What is an intellectual property right, or what is intellectual property? So basically it refers to creation of mind. It can be anything: scientific work, literacy, artistic work, designs, names, symbols. It can be anything. So all these aspects of intellectual creation of mind is called as intellectual property, and the rights to protect them is the intellectual property rights. So some of the important intellectual properties. This is interesting. Okay, let's try to understand the different types of intellectual properties that are protected under this agreement TRIPS. So the first one is patent. So what do you mean by patent? Patent is an intellectual property right that is given to an inventor of a scientific process or a product. Okay, and this protection is given for limited period. So this inventor can be an individual, it can be an entity, okay, like a company, etc. If they have invented, if they have invested money, like a pharmaceutical company, they have invented a drug, so that is a product, and that product will enjoy benefits of patent. So it is given for a limited period. For example, in India it is for 20 years. So 20 years they will have exclusive rights over this product, over that process. So that is what is called as patent. Then any other changes, addition, okay, that is done to patents, to a product, okay, they will be able to get what is known as utility mode. Okay, so utility mode is like patent, except for the following difference: that one, it is given to whom? For making minor changes to, or marginal improvements to that invention. Second, it is given for lesser 7 to 10 years. The protection is only for 7 to 10 years. So you can convert a patent into utility mode, but you cannot convert utility mode into a patent. I hope you understood patent and utility mode. It is given to the inventor of a product or a process. It is for a period of 20 years, exclusive rights, okay, for manufacturing or whatever. Okay. Next, copyright. So copyright is given for what or for whom? One who publishes the article, literature, books, movies, songs, etc. So it is given for what? Given for artistic work. This is given for lifetime. This is given for lifetime of the individual plus 50 years. Plus 50 years. Even after the death, okay, it remains as a property, and they can give it to somebody else in their will. They can create a trust, and the money earned from that copyright will go to that trust, and the trust can be doing some good work. Okay, many people who have written books, literature books, no? So they have created a trust. From that, the money will be used for contribution to other works. Like that. Okay, so that is copyright for what? Artistic work. Next is related right or neighboring rights. So this is associated with copyright in the sense, so these are neighboring right or peripheral right. So those who convey the original work gets related work. Like let's say distributors. Okay. So let's say the movie is done by X person, but then Amazon has got a right to distribute it. Okay, so they have the exclusive right andre. It is what? Called as, it's not their work, but they have right to distribute it. So like CD, composers, singers, song will be made by somebody, and then it will be sung by singers. Kannada version, Telugu version will be sung by somebody else, Tamil somebody else, alwa. So they have also rights called as related rights. CD or anybody distributing it, they have that, publishers. Okay, so they are all called as the related rights or neighboring rights. So those who convey the original work, example distributors, singers, etc., they are the son. Next, trademark. Trademark is given for whom? Product. It is given for business. It is given for business. Anything. It can be a goods, it can be service, etc. It is given for a business to identify its product. Okay, it can be distinctive sign. logo, phrase, hologram, whatever. Like even the font, okay, color. Like for example, Coca-Cola's red has a trademark. Nobody can use it. So those are trademarks. So distinctive signs, logos, phrase, etc., which identifies a product with their business is called as trademark. What is geographical indicator? Indications. Yes. So a particular region having being recognized, having a distinct product, okay, is called as geographical indication. So geographical indications identifies the agricultural commodity or manufactured goods. So it's only goods and agriculture, no service, no intangible item, not like dance, etc. Don't get GI. Okay, it should be only. So Atara question also will be asked. So it's not about intangible, it's only goods and agricultural products having distinct recognition of being originating only in that particular region. So who will own it? Which company? Yeah, the community will own it. Community of that geography will own it. That is your geographical indication. Okay, geographical indication. I've just put that a little bit in detail because every time they ask this. Okay, so it's an insignia on product having a unique geographical origin. Okay, identifying a product. Okay, identify a product having unique geographical origin, like Mysore silk. Okay, as an example, right? So many things. Bangalore grapes, right? Rasbade, Coorg orange, right? Okay, so all these things. So they have evolved over centuries and they have special quality, okay, and reputation. So basically the idea is to promote that product and that product sale should benefit that community. Okay, it will help the community develop. So it has international recognition. It has got a history of its own and nobody can sell it other than the members belonging to that community. Like Darjeeling tea. You cannot grow tea in Kerala and sell it as Darjeeling tea. Okay, so therefore, people, consumers will be able to recognize that product having a particular quality and origin. So agriculture or manufactured goods, geographical territory having certain reputation. In India, for example, it is regulated under the Geographical Indication Goods Registration and Protection Act 1999. So there is a law that protects geographical indication. Who issues this? Issued by Geographical Indication Registry, Chennai. Is that okay? See, why I put this as an example is like every IP, intellectual property, has to be protected by the member country. So every country has a sovereign right to enact its own law. Once it enacts its own law, it will have to also have grievance redressal mechanism within the law. So here for protecting GI, what has India enacted? It's not WTO law, it is our law. But our law has to abide by those standards. Every country, African country, US, anybody has to enact such laws, but abiding by those standards. Okay. Next, benefit is again legal protection, economic prosperity of that particular region, and recognition of product in other countries. So consumers will be able to identify those products. This will get market for export. So Darjeeling tea, for example, demand across the world. Okay, so therefore they will be able to increase their export from that and lead to economic development of that region. Is that okay? So this is geographical indication. Next is industrial design and layout. Industrial design is basically outward appearance of the product, the shape of it. Like you can say cars, mobile phones, anything. The way it looks, okay, they can get it protected under industrial design. Similarly, you have layout design of integrated circuits. So you have these hardwares, technological hardware. So within that you have circuits which are arranged in a particular way to perform certain functions. So that also can be protected by layout design of the integrated circuit. So industrial design and layout design of integrated circuits are also protected. Is that okay, guys? So this is about the different intellectual properties that can be protected under the TRIPS agreement. So every country has to enact a law to protect these things. So just